For decades, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn were hailed as Hollywood's golden couple, the rare proof that true love could survive in a world of fleeting romances. But behind the public smiles and effortless chemistry, their story was far more complex than anyone imagined. Now, at 74, Kurt Russell has finally spoken openly about the struggles that tested their relationship, revealing a journey filled not only with love and laughter, but with pain, distance, and the silent weight of two people trying to hold on when fame and life threatened to pull them apart. Their once perfect union faced moments of resentment and emotional drift, yet what makes their story powerful isn't its perfection. It's their resilience. Kurt Vogel Russell was born on March 17, 1951, in Springfield, Massachusetts, to actor Bing Russell and dancer Louise Julia Crone. Raised in a family of performers, he grew up surrounded by both ambition and artistry. When his family moved to California, baseball became his first passion. He excelled as a second baseman and even signed a minor league contract in 1971, but a devastating shoulder injury 2 years later ended his dream of a professional sports career. That heartbreak, however, redirected him toward the screen, a place where destiny seemed to be waiting. Kurt's Hollywood story began almost accidentally. At age 12, he made his first appearance in It Happened at the World's Fair, 1963, famously kicking Elvis Presley in the shin. The same year, he landed the lead role in The Travels of Jamie McPheeters, becoming one of Disney's most promising young stars. In 1966, at just 15, he signed a 10-year contract with Walt Disney Productions. Walt Disney himself took a personal interest in the boy, and legend has it that the last words Disney ever wrote were Kurt Russell, with hits like Follow Me, Boys, 1966, and The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, 1969, Russell became the wholesome face of a generation. But behind the bright lights was a young man growing up too fast, struggling to find his true self. After years of Disney films, Russell was determined to shed his child star image. His transformation began in 1979 when he portrayed Elvis Presley in the TV film Elvis. The performance earned him an Emmy nomination and the attention of director John Carpenter, who would later cast him in iconic roles like Snake Plissken in Escape from New York, 1981, and R.J. McCready in The Thing, 1982. By the mid-1980s, Kurt had proven his versatility through films like Silkwood, 1983, Big Trouble in Little China, 1986, and Overboard, 1987, the latter marking the beginning of one of Hollywood's greatest love stories. Kurt and Goldie Hawn first met as young actors in 1966, but it wasn't until 1983, on the set of Swing Shift, that sparks truly flew. What started as a light-hearted friendship blossomed into an unbreakable bond built on trust, laughter, and shared understanding. They defied Hollywood's norms by never marrying, choosing instead to define love on their own terms. "Marriage doesn't make it work," Kurt once said. "It's the people who do." For more than 4 decades, they've stood by each other through fame, loss, and change, raising a blended family and proving that love isn't about perfection. It's about endurance. Russell's life, however, was not without deep pain. The deaths of his father Bing in 2003 and his mother Louise in 2014 left him shattered. They had been his grounding forces, his compass, and their loss tested him in ways fame never could. Through those dark moments, Goldie became his anchor, helping him rediscover purpose when grief threatened to consume him. From portraying heroes in Tombstone, 1993, and Miracle, 2004, to embracing villainous complexity in Death Proof, 2007, and The Hateful Eight, 2015, Kurt Russell has continually reinvented himself. His work with directors like Quentin Tarantino and his return to Disney as the beloved Santa in The Christmas Chronicles proved his rare longevity in Hollywood. In 2017, standing beside Goldie as they received their stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, their names forever etched side by side. The moment symbolized everything they had built together: love, legacy, and truth. Kurt Russell's story is one of quiet strength. A boy who lost his dream of baseball only to find a greater one in storytelling. A man who faced heartbreak, loss, and fame, yet never lost his authenticity. And a partner who, alongside Goldie Hawn, redefined what lasting love really means. Not a fairy tale, but a choice, made every day, through every trial, to love and stay.